So, Coach, talk about game against Gooding. Started out okay, and then what happened?
Well, it started out really well. We had the lead 6-0 with 5 minutes left in the first half. They scored a touchdown, just good play call against a blitz that we had called and kind of a blown assignment on defense. And still 6-6 there. And then we were going in for another score and had an interception return that went all the way back and kind of deflated us a little bit. And then there was another broken play for a touchdown right before halftime. And so it was 19-6 at halftime. But we played pretty well. The score got a little bit out of hand at the end, but we only had 17 kids dressed for that game because we had a JV game before the varsity game. And when you play a JV game the day of the varsity game, you only get 4 quarters. And so we had 20 JV kids dressed and 17 varsity kids dressed, and we gave them our best effort for sure. I mean, we held their quarterback to the lowest output he's had in a few years. We had several sacks, we caused some turnovers, and so there was some really good things to build on. A couple of our old things offensively creeped up. We had some opportunities to score. We had turnover in the red zone. We didn't punch the ball in. Turnover on downs. We had some penalties in the red zone again, which that's something we need to address as a team. And we started that yesterday in practice. And so just to try to improve our execution, especially when we're in situations where we can put points on the board.
You bring up an interesting point I hadn't thought about. Gooding Gooding, Weezer, those are all, they're not the same class level as Vale, are they?
No, if Vale was in Idaho, we'd be in the 2A.
Okay.
We'd be in that same conference as New Plymouth and Melba and that conference there. The SRV conference and some of these schools we've been playing the last couple of years would be technically 4A in Oregon. So it's some high-level competition. We've kind of embraced that the last couple of years. Play as many good teams as we can in the preseason. I feel it prepares us for league. It definitely prepares us for playoff style football. When we ran with it last year, played some tough teams and ended up being a semifinal team in the 3A in Oregon. So a little bit different classifications. Numbers are different. Subs are different. I think I noticed on Friday, we normally count our kids on the field to make sure we have enough. And this last week, we just turned to the sidelines. And if we had 6 on the sidelines, that meant we had 11 in the game. So it was a little bit different, kind of hard to manage, not as many subs. We definitely have run out of gas the last 2 weeks. This week, we're going to be shorthanded again. Unfortunately, we had to cancel our JV game. We just don't have the numbers right now. I think we'll have right around 30 in uniform for the varsity game on Friday night. So we're it's definitely a double-edged sword when you play this high-level competition. It does prepare you when you get into the league and when you get into your division, but we've lost some kids to injury. We're a little banged up, and so we kind of have to manage this last game a little bit the best we can before we get into our league play.
Yeah. Do you worry about the team getting beat up through this grueling schedule? Or?
Yeah, and we are. We are beat up a little bit, but we have some tough kids, and there were some opportunities where we tried to take a few kids out on Friday, and they didn't want to come out. They wanted to finish the game, and that's a testament to what kind of kids we have here in Vale, and they played hard till the end. Gooding's coach was very, very complimentary of our team after the game, and then also he gave me a call when we were driving home, and it's one of those things where as the young kids develop and some of the kids that are banged up get healthy, we're hoping that we're as close to as 100% as you're going to be going into league play. In a sport like football, the best day you feel is the first day of practice. You're never going to feel 100% anytime throughout the season. But our kids are competitors and they want to get after it. And I think, like I told them in our meeting yesterday, this time next week, our record's going to be 0-0 rolling into league play.
Anybody in particular that you thought did well Friday night?
Yeah, Jason Ponce had an outstanding football game, both sides of the ball. He really showed some good leadership. as a senior. He started on defense for us last year and played quite a bit. And then this year he's starting on offense and defense. He's on pretty much every special team, and he played extremely well. He put up some yards offensively and defensively, came up and tackled well from the corner position. He covered extremely well. Every cover guy covered well. Our defense played a lot better, especially in the secondary on Friday. But he stood out. And then we had to switch a few kids around position-wise with some injuries. Moritz, our foreign exchange student from Germany, he had to play right tackle on Friday, and he got one practice in at right tackle before we started him there on Friday. So he did a good job. He's got a good motor, and he's understanding the differences between American style football and what he'd been playing over there in Germany. So there's been a couple kids really step up the last couple of weeks. It's been nice to see.
So this weekend you had the kind of the last game of this 3-game or even 4-game road march. How do you feel? What are your feelings going into the Homedale game?
Well, Homedale's very good, and Homedale has had this group of players together for a while now. This seems like they're on the long-term plan or something. They're at Homedale. These guys have been varsity players for, I think their quarterback's been splitting reps since he was a freshman. So it seems like a few of them have been there for a long time, and they play really well together. They can run multiple sets, multiple formations. They pass just as well as they run. Defensively, they get after it. They're big up front, and they fly around, and they're a physical team. They're a good team, and it really wouldn't surprise me, a few weeks from now if we see Weiser, Homedale, and Gooding all deep into the playoffs at the 3A level in Idaho. All of them are very, very high quality opponents, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if the bracket shakes out that they wouldn't be 3 of the top 4 teams in Idaho in the 3A. So, but we're embracing it. It is making us better. And then we roll right into Nessa. First league game is Nessa. It's a rivalry game. It happens to be homecoming for us. And so we're going to get through this week the best we can. We are going to put our best foot forward. We're going to try to win the game. We're not mailing anything in at all. We have a good plan, both offensively and defensively, and I think our kids are going to play as hard as they can on Friday.
What do you think will be the key for you guys to win?
Well, we're going to have to really convert on every opportunity. We're going to have to put points on the board. We're going to have to put some pressure on them, maybe get them out of their rhythm a little bit. But against good teams, you have to limit the mistakes. And we saw that in the first half against Gooding, where we had the lead with 5 minutes left in the first half. And next thing you know, we're down 19-6 at halftime. And it was a blown assignment. It was a mistake on offense, and then just kind of a fluke play as well. Next thing you know, you're down 2 scores. So against good teams, you can't make mistakes like that. And then you have to be able to convert on a consistent basis offensively and really, really execute at a high level. But these are games that are preparing us for the future, and I think our kids are embracing that.